Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm the Tilted Crown Gourmet. As we continue on in our Bella Grace collection, we're gonna move on to our lamb chops. What was amazing with this particular curated menu that I did were there were several dishes that I could make as my guests were here. Therefore, it became like a chef's tasting table. Therefore, without further ado, let's roll up those sleeves and let's make us some herb-encrusted seared lamb chops. For our main course, which includes our herb-crusted lamb chops, which I've paired with our pan-seared scallop, creating my version of surf and turf, served on a bed of lemon and herb risotto with our garlic rosemary jus. My recommended pairing would be the Bella Grace Estate Syrah, as its bold body and notes of dark fruit and spice highlights the lamb's richness and balances the delicate scallops. What I'm doing with my lamb is I am going to I have chopped up some rosemary and thyme. I'm going to place that into a bowl. I know people say, oh, well, that's a lot of rosemary and thyme. Well, because most of it doesn't end up on your food. And to that, I'm going to be adding some olive oil. And last but not least, I'm going to be adding salt and pepper. To make sure that my meat is well seasoned, I'm going to be adding salt and pepper also directly to my meat. Next, let's get our meat and we are going to toss it in our fabulous herbs. I want to try to get everything coated in our herbs. Oh, it smells so good. Now I'm gonna get my vacuum seal bag and I'm going to vacuum seal these until I'm ready for them later on, because this will help to pull all of those nice spices into our meat. And we're gonna move over to our vacuum sealer. And now we have our vacuum sealed lamb, and I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator until about 40 minutes before I'm going to cook it, because I want this to come up to room temperature so that it cooks evenly. Now that it's time for our main course, take your lamb chops out of the refrigerator about 30 to 40 minutes before cooking. Letting them come to room temperature helps ensure a more even cook, especially with such a beautiful cut of meat. I always like to take a moment to share with my guests what the herbs and seasonings I've used. Today's lamb is coated in a custom herb blend and vacuum sealed to lock in the flavor and tenderness. It's little details like this that elevate the experience. Now it's showtime. Choose a neutral flavored oil with a high smoke point. I'm using canola oil here. Let your oil heat up until it just begins to shimmer. Once you've got that shimmer, gently place your lamb chops in the pan. Don't overcrowd. If the pan's too full, they'll steam instead of sear. Once they're down, let them be. You want that golden crust to form undisturbed. Check periodically. When they've naturally released from the pan, it's time to flip. Turn them gently to sear the other side. Don't they already look amazing? Golden, aromatic, and full of promise. After about 3 minutes on the second side, remove the lamb chops and place them on a platter. Tint them with foil to keep them warm while they rest. This step also gives you just enough time to prepare the scallops. When it's time to plate, stand your lamb chops vertically in a generous amount of lemon herb risotto. I'll link the video in the description. Nestled beside our perfectly seared scallops, it's the Tilted Crown Gourmet's elevated take on surf and turf. And to finish, spoon our rich homemade rosemary jus. Flavorful, elegant, and truly regal. And there you have it, our stunning pan-seared herb-crusted lamb chops. Elegant, plated to perfection, and absolutely out of this world in flavor. This dish is a showstopper and the perfect centerpiece for our Bella Grace summer collection. Remember, your kitchen is your passport to the world, allowing you to explore diverse cultures and cuisines right from home as you explore new flavors and techniques. And as always, bon appetit.